Formula One is back for the first time in over a month, and for the first time in 2023, it's time for a different format. It is the sprint weekend, which means that Friday now has qualifying as well, but it's a little bit all changed for 2023. This qualifying session coming up will only set the grid for Sunday's race, with Saturday becoming a sole event. The pit lane is all ready to go. The teams are ready. It's the first time that they can test these engines at maximum after just a single hour of practice. Let's take a look at the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship. Formula One now returns from spring break, and we're here in Azerbaijan, Baku, for the first sprint race. It's round 4 of the season and Red Bull domination is strong. 2 for Verstappen, 1 for Perez. Now we're in a double-header with Azerbaijan and Miami back-to-back. Then a week's break before we go over to Emilia-Romagna. Then the following weekend we're in Monaco. The following weekend with a triple-header we're in Spain. Then a week's break before Canada. Another 2-week break before then Austria and Silverstone back-to-back. A week break, then we're in Hungary and Belgium as well to take us to the summer break. Double-header in the Netherlands and Italy. Then over as well to Singapore and Japan back-to-back. Then we go over to Qatar, United States, Mexico, Brazil, Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi rounding out the season. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen leads by 15 points to Sergio Perez. Fernando Alonso is 24 back. If both Red Bulls fail to score here and Alonso wins, he will be the championship leader. Helped out, of course, with the sprint race. Lewis Hamilton is on 4th position with 38 points. Carlos Sainz 5th. Stroll, Russell, Norris, Hulkenberg and Leclerc round out the top 10. As Lando Norris said, he's got more points than Ferrari, and McLaren have had a terrible start to the season. On the second page, Valtteri Bottas on 4 points, the same as Ocon, Piastri and Gasly. Then Zhou Guan Yu and Yuki Tsunoda with Kevin Magnussen and Alexander Albon round out the points. No points on the board still, though, for Logan Sargent and Nick de Vries, who's had one of the worst starts to a career ever in his long motorsport career. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull already have a 58-point lead over Aston Martin. They will leave here as Constructors still leading the way. Then we get Mercedes in 3rd, just ahead, massively by Ferrari, McLaren, Alpine, Haas, Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri, and then Williams with points means all 10 teams do have points going after the first 3 rounds. It's time for qualifying that will set the grid for Sunday's Grand Prix here on Friday evening. Welcome to Azerbaijan. Let's take a look around the Baku city circuit here in Azerbaijan. 3.730 miles, 20 turns in total, the longest straight in the history of Formula One. It's fast, it's challenging, the drivers love it. Get a good run all the way down the back straight away, already at max RPM as you cross the control line down towards turn number 1. Hit the brakes, drop all the way down, 3rd gear corner, tight right left as you go straight down. 90-degree corners straight up as well for you as you come through turn 2. Now it's the first DRS zone opening up. 5th gear, 6th gear, 7th gear and 8th gear once again. This is your prime opportunity to overtake. Using the inside line is a great way to look at it. Slamming the brakes down again. 3rd gear corner into another left and then the first right of the lap time as well. 4 90-degree corners in the opening stages of this racing lap. Now you head away from the new city towards the old city, and the curves begin to come into the circuit as well. This is where the track narrows down as well, alongside the 4 lanes as well, becomes into 2 lanes and a single file traffic as you come into the old city. Now the famous castle section as well, a single line up through the curves as well. Don't clip the barrier, otherwise it'll block the track. We're looking forward to that race later on. Coming now out of through turns 10, 11, 12 and 13 as well. Flat out second. No DRS in this section. It is quite challenging, quite fun. Then the trickiest part of the track, downhill braking zone, so easy to lock up, run straight towards the barrier. 3rd gear corner, rise up into 6th gear as well, flick the car down all the way. 3rd gear, another 90-degree left before the straight continues. Turns 19 and 20 come up now as well. Flick the car between the barriers as well at top speed and RPM, then just keep it in a straight line. Open up the DRS in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you are straight down across the line. And that is a lap at the Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan. And I've made my way away from the green screen area at the top of the lovely bar area in Azerbaijan. I made myself into the commentary box. Where joining me for this session is Omi, and alongside us for the rest of the weekend is Jess Ball. Good afternoon to you both. Jess, let's start with you. We didn't hear from you in practice. You were working. You've got out of work now, though. And we're in for a very interesting qualifying hour. Qualifying on a Friday, directly affecting the grid on Sunday for the first time since 2005. It's a long time ago, 18 years, and now we're all set for what hopefully is going to be a very interesting session. Mic on mute.
It's probably not the first time I'm going to be doing that this weekend. I do apologise. But yeah, qualifying is going to be, I think, really, really interesting. This is FP1. We've had the only representative running of the weekend. Usually we get 2 or 3. So I think it can shake up the order. Pretty much we may see drivers that probably will be unexpected to get knocked out of Q1 and Q2 as well. And there's so many other changes to the circuit as well since we last came to it about the asphalt as well. Turns 13 and 16, and then we got the new points around about the pit entrance and exit, and there's a new curved concrete wall on the right hand side of turn 11, so it may catch people out. They didn't have enough chance to practice it, but what my key takeaways from free practice: Red Bull are looking quick again.
Yeah, and Omi, coming to you, it was a very busy, disrupted practice session as well. The drivers not really getting much information on what to do. So we're in for a very interesting and unusual qualifying hour.
Yeah, absolutely we are. As we obviously saw earlier on in practice, very chaotic, obviously more in the beginning of the session where everything was kicking off, where we obviously got a red flag there for the Alpine of Gasly, and Alpine currently, as we speak, are trying their best to get it all ready and going for Q1, but it was very chaotic, and Ferrari, I think, are getting us a bit excited for this qualifying session. Let's see if they can keep it up and maybe challenge for pole and give us a good qualifying. Can it be as half as good as F2?
About to find out. Here it is then. It's time for qualifying. The first one of the weekend with a new format as well, with a sprint shootout tomorrow. Season so far then, we've got 5 races in the coming 6 weeks. A triple header for the first time as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here it comes then. The first part of qualifying is now. Qualifying on a Friday for the first time in 2023, and for the first time since 2005 Spanish Grand Prix, this now has a direct result on the starting grid for Sunday only. Welcome to round 4 of the 2023 Formula 1 season in the City of Fire. We are here in Baku, Azerbaijan, half in Europe, half in Asia as well. Hosted the 2016 European Grand Prix before everyone realised how daft it was and we became Azerbaijan. 6.003 kilometres as well, 62% of the lap spent at full throttle. We go from the 90-degree new city towards the back half old city as well, measuring around the castle section as well. The track goes from the total width of 22 metres all the way down to just 8 metres. Pirelli have brought us 5 as well compounds, the C5, the C4 and the C3, as well as the green Inter and blue wet weather tyres as well. Qualifying tomorrow for the sprint has mandatory tyres. No mandatory tyres though for this session here. This is Grand Prix qualifying. Track temperature at 38 degrees, air temperature at 19, humidity at 78%, wind blowing at 11.5 kilometres in from the northeast, and it's looking good to be back in Baku. Jess, coming to you. Welcome out to the commentary box as well, as we now joined in with several other radio stations that take our coverage. This is going to be a very interesting run, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how much the drivers push, because a mistake in this qualifying only affects the race on Sunday. They have chance for points tomorrow in the sprint race as well.
Yes, indeed, and obviously we've had a few red flags during FP1 as well, which didn't give enough drivers a chance to get some representative running in. We also had some brake issues as well from the Mercedes. Gasly, we were worried that he was gonna not be able to take part in qualifying, and they were hoping they were going to change the gearbox in time as well. And this could be the first race where we could not see a repeat winner in a while. We've got Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen all won here in Baku, and they have a chance to become the first repeat winner at Baku City Circuit. And in the first 7 appearances we have another repeat winner, so it could happen today. It might not happen to Lewis Hamilton due to the issues with the Mercedes, but you never know what could happen as well. It's good to see Leclerc up there in second in free practice as well, but anything can happen in qualifying, and I think we could see some more red flags.
Omi, welcome up to you for the first time in a qualifying session as well. Delighted to have you up here in the box. Everything's really up to turn to 11 now, as Jess was saying as well. We could be seeing a number of red flags. It's the first time I've done Azerbaijan qualifying in a couple of years as well, thanks to Le Mans always interrupting it. I'm looking forward to it. Last year, 3 red flags in qualifying. How much are we expecting today? And it's double quali. What you're betting on?
I'll go for 5.
Okay.
I always love going
5?
bold. Yeah, I love going bold. You know that.
Right, we're going to be in for an interesting day then as well. Fingers crossed, everybody, that we're going to have this on underway. 47 seconds. Fernando Alonso is at the end of the pit lane as well. He wants to get that blank space off his timings ASAP and get up to the top runners. That's the only Taylor Swift joke we're going to make throughout the broadcast, by the way, as well.
He's got a blank space in front of him.
10th in the pit lane.
Qualifying as we know it, not the sprint qualifying tomorrow. What's the engineer doing there? Oh, Gasly radio.
Gasly radio.
Uh-oh.
Thanks for the boys to get the car out.
Very impressive work.
It's
Super
fixed,
impressive.
yay!
With a lot of Esteban Ocon's mechanics also joining in on Pierre Gasly's side of the garage to get that car ready. So well done.
It is ready. Well done to the Alpine guys as well. So, in the city of wind and fire, the green light goes on and qualifying is underway for the first time on a Friday here in Baku, and the first time it's at a direct impact as well. Usual format though, 18 minutes with all 20 cars venturing out to the circuit. At the end of this, we'll lose the slowest 5. And Q1 on a Friday, it still feels weird. It really does. And this actually sets the grid for the Grand Prix only, which means they've only had an hour of practice, Jess. They're going to be straight out there. They need to learn how they go at full speed. They haven't had a chance to do a push lap in practice due to the red flags.
Yeah, not many people have done some soft tyre runs as well, so technically some teams could treat it as a practice session, but they can't because they've got 2 qualifying sessions. The drivers, I think, mostly are very happy about the situation. This was voted on, this format, on Tuesday and Wednesday. I think a lot of the teams were positive. There will be more racing, and I think they'll prefer this to the 3 practice sessions as well. It'll be interesting to see how it fares in the other 5 sprint races as well. Quite a lot of people are out on circuit at the moment, as well as I thought Alonso was out on circuit.
He was. Yes. He's fallen right to the back.
Oh yeah, he is now. It says the timings are taking a while to update.
Fallen right to the back, actually, of the field as we're watching.
That's probably why then.
Yeah, if Max Verstappen gets pole position, by the way, here, it'll be his 23rd career pole position. It'd also be Red Bull's 85th career pole position as well. So there is a little bit of incentive to do that. For Ferrari, it'll be their 240th if they can do it. Mercedes, 137, and so on. But I think after that first session, Jess, we're all looking to say it could be Ferrari on pole. I'll get to Omi in a second because he's a Ferrari fan, but do you reckon there's any credibility in Leclerc being so close to Max earlier on in this first session?
Well, I think there's quite a significant, improvement for Ferrari, because remember in Australia, Leclerc went into the gravel as well, which was very, very unlucky. That affected his running, and he was out of the race, so hardly any points, and even some of the McLaren boys were scoring more than Leclerc, which was quite embarrassing. And then obviously we had Sainz, who tried to appeal his penalty. That didn't get removed, so he still got that. So I think Ferrari, are going to be very, very hungry for a very, very good result, and I think they're going to see some encouraging times from Leclerc, I think. Leclerc's always been unlucky in the past around here sometimes. I believe, did he get pole last year around it? I think he did.
Yeah.
Or was it Perez?
We've got a yellow. Yellow sector 1, so who's gone straight on?
Is it Joe?
I think it is. I think, yeah.
Let me have a look on the tracker.
We've stayed green. Yeah, so Zhou Guanyu was the first one to make an error down at the first corner. Coming to you as well, Omi, as well. Ferrari fan, surely you're hoping for better. They've had 3 weeks now to get themselves together. And do you think they can have a push here in qualifying?
I'm at least hoping that they're challenging, and I think obviously it'll be better for not only Ferrari fans but for everyone if they start on pole, because the race pace might not be as good. So at least we get a bit of wheel to wheel in the race. So I think.
Good point.
So yeah. So I think they hope. I mean, I'm hoping that they start on pole at least. So so what we have seen is they are stronger in qualifying. So let's just so obviously we're gonna have to see what they can do, and we're getting Hamilton now come to the line. Hulkenberg first, and then Hamilton with a 1 minute 43.676.
Back of lap times coming in then. Albon's just behind him. Magnussen goes second, 144.177. Albon was briefly fastest in practice this morning as well. Ocon goes second. Albon does go fastest, and Williams give a little bit of a cheer, 143.615. But it was Logan Sargent this morning, had a nose failure as well, but it was quite an interesting concept. Bottas now quickest, 143.464. He's a tenth and a half quicker than Albon as well. But Omi, one more to you as well. Laurent Mekies taking over at AlphaTauri. Considering he's been the responsibility of Ferrari strategy for the last few years, are you happy to see the back of him, or are you worried about Toro Rosso and AlphaTauri now?
Well, I mean, I think Ferrari at this stage, I think they just need a shuffle in their team. So I'm kind of happy about it, but yeah. I guess they kind of need it as Piastri now goes fastest and Carlos Sainz comes into the pits.
Doesn't even get a lap time on the board, Jess, as we've got now the faster guys coming. We've got Perez, Norris tops, and McLaren 1-2. And across the line comes Perez to go third fastest. Oh, I wish my friend was in the caution box. We've got a yellow flag on the circuit where... Oh, it's gone green now, apparently. So a brief yellow, sector 2. It was in turn sector 12, so it's the top of it's turn 12 actually, it's the top of the castle section. But here comes Verstappen, Jess, to go fastest, surely.
He's purple in every single sector. It looks like he's going to be purple again. Well, he's not purple in the final, but that didn't matter because he's gone about 2 tenths faster than Leclerc. And to put it into perspective, everybody else is around 7 tenths slower than the top 2. So encouraging to see them 2 McLarens up there in 3rd and 4th as well. Again, we won't know where everyone is in the pecking order, really, to be honest. Yeah. And I think we did have a glimmer of hope that Albon was going to be fastest, but I believe that's Fernando Alonso on a
push lap, yeah.
And he's on a push run, and I've been hoping every single week, please, can Alonso win a race? And he hasn't done so yet. He was so close in some other races.
Well, take us through to the line, Jess.
Yeah, so he's got the long start-finish straight, which is one of the longest on the calendar as well. He can carry full speed through here, as Alonso is hoping to do what Seb Vettel has done in the past and secure a podium here, maybe a win potentially as well. Verstappen's times are 1:44.8. Can he get near those two times, Verstappen and Leclerc? P3, 7 tenths slower than Verstappen right now, but still in the position that you could expect to be for Fernando Alonso. But I'm sure he would want to go quicker than Verstappen, because obviously they're targeting a win at the moment. And I'm just looking at Aston Martin's Twitter at the moment. It's qualifying time, FP1 is underway. Well, it's not FP1, it's qualifying. So the social media team needs to be fired. Joking. They said it's FP1, but it's not. Let's look. What's the replay then? Is that Joe?
At 1 he lost it, yeah. And then, is it still Joe?
Yeah, it looks like it. So Joe having problems then. And I believe that's Carlos Sainz. I can't see the numbers. Yes, it is Carlos Sainz starting on the run. And with Sainz not scoring much points, I think it's going to be a redemption round for him. He was so unlucky.
Oh, not again. And this is staying.
Norris is going slow.
Oh, no. Oh, and it's the wall.
It's not Norris.
It's an AlphaTauri, but which one? That's all we need to find out. It's De Vries.
De Vries.
And out comes the first red flag of the qualifying session. And De Vries has gone into the wall hard. Down at turn number 3. We saw Lance Stroll do it last year in qualifying, and we saw Danny Ricciardo do it the year before. So the clock has stopped.
It was nice because he went slow, but then I realised he was slowing down for the accident. That is a shame. I tipped him to do well in this session, and boom. And the rule is, if you cause a red flag, you're no longer allowed to take part in the remainder of the qualifying session. So, De Vries will be starting last.
Oh, he
lost the McLaren. The McLaren also went white, so I think it was a bit like 2021 actually, where we saw Tsunoda crash and Sainz go split on. So hold on. I want to see what the McLaren was doing, because it looked like he just went off as well, like got into the runoff.
So let's take a look. So he's at his eye line. Where's the McLaren? Turns in, locks up, hits the wall. De Vries goes in behind.
Oh my god.
De Vries is really angry with that. He knows the mistake he's made. He knows what he's done. And then Norris went in behind and took off the exit curb. Not sure what's happened with MotoGP. We haven't seen a start to the session yet, although they are underway. So I'll go fix that because they've had a bit of a delay to the session. We've not got any timings. De Vries on the track. Let's hand over then to Sky F1 for a few moments and we'll catch our breath.
Still over 10 minutes, so there's still time for drivers. And we're seeing they're doing multiple laps, aren't they? I think they're all fueling to do a run of 5 laps where they go a push, a cool, recharge the batteries, get the tyres back in the window, and then push again. And they are improving.
Let's bring Bernie Collins in at Sky Race Control. Why would they fuel for multiple laps on a normal qualifying session for a normal race? Is it just because we're at a street circuit? Oh, 2 seconds, Bernie.
Engine problem again. Yeah, they need to fix this. Yeah, Kev, we think there's some sort of electrical connector problem somewhere. That's the issue.
Yeah, fuel pump is what cost him in practice, but worrying times for Kevin Magnussen. Bernie, sorry, over to you.
Yeah, not a problem. On the fuel, it's just this circuit, anything can happen. You get a yellow flag, you miss the DRS, you need to go a lap again. So it's just about, in these sessions, at this track, getting good laps on the board, especially some of the faster teams that don't need the few tenths that come with the extra fuel. We've seen Ferrari do a pit stop. That doesn't...
Just as a heads up, can we check my headrest again? I feel like I'm laying down a bit more.
Understood.
So yeah, the Ferrari pit stop, that is not normal qualifying procedure unless it's inter or wet conditions. So that's saying to them, and I'm surprised to see them use 2 sets of soft in Q1. They're worried about it.
Gunther Steiner is with us on the Haas pit wall, the mini-sized Haas pit wall for this weekend. Gunther, great to have you with us. This is rather an inconvenience, having a red flag, but we come to expect them here in Baku, don't we?
Absolutely, you know, and we just put our laps in, so that's good. The only thing what you've got is Kevin has got an issue, electrical issue, so his lap was compromised, obviously, in the third sector. So we're just trying to find out what the problem is. We had to change the fuel pump before going into qualifying, so I have no idea what it is now.
Can we speculate that it's, you know, the fuel isn't getting to where it needs to because somewhere in the electrics and the software it's being prevented from doing so?
No, in FP1 it was the fuel pump, the high pressure fuel pump, which wasn't working anymore, and now it's on the electric that we don't really know because some of the systems just don't work anymore properly. So the guys think it's a connector or something like this, but who knows?
Gunther, is Karun, just wondering if you guys talked about the slipstream at all, because we're seeing some teams like Aston Martin, they've used it already. Is this something you guys are planning to do?
No, we are trying to get in the queue. As you saw, we were in a good queue, trying to get out early and just use it not between the teammates strategically in the moment in Q1. Just to try to get somebody slipstream, and we got both cars in a good place, you know, so in the moment we are not playing the teammate slipstream game.
Gunther, thanks ever so much. We'll be back with you in a little...
Thank you very much. So, red flag out then. 10 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Verstappen and Leclerc separated by 0.2 of a second as we take a look at Magnussen's replay on the radio.
Okay, Kev, we don't think it's as serious a problem as we had this morning. We think we can fix it. We'll do our best.
Well, there seemed to be a
So I
little...
think they were complaining, because whilst you were gone, Josh, I think he was complaining about a fuel issue, because he had an issue in FP1 as well. But luckily it's not as serious as what it was in FP1. So panic over for Haas, I think, as well, as Ocon is waiting. I think it's Ocon. No, it's Pierre who's waiting in the garage right now, and they're not going to like that red flag because there's certain drivers that haven't set times which I think are that competitive as well. Obviously, we've got Gasly and Ocon near the back as well, so no to the only AlphaTauri there as well. De Vries won't be taken out further apart. And Sainz was on the lap before the red flag, wasn't he?
He was.
And then he got caught up by De Vries. So, yeah, he's got a lot of work to do, by the way. And before the red flag, Piastri was setting a personal best. So Piastri was on a good run as well, but not anymore because obviously the red flag. But we should get a notice soon on when it's going to restart. Obviously, they'll give us a time and plenty of notice as well. Does that interfere with the driver's mentality, do you think? Because I think it would affect me, because I'll be wondering, well, when on earth is it going to start again?
I think at this circuit, especially, Jess, it does affect because the drivers are going to be thinking, what is going to happen? When am I next out? But also the fact that you've got this weird situation where we don't actually know what is happening. Do you know what I mean? We don't know what exactly is the situation. So we've got a new feature up here in race control as well, which is the timing screen, which now displays this wonderful colour info. We're going to have this available for the next couple of races, and hopefully we'll have it on stream shortly. Not now, obviously, but soon, where we get the data screen as well as the tyre information graphics. So they're all on 3-lap-old new softs, bar Stroll, who went out on old soft tyres as well. And we're just looking now, actually, at, again, the incident with AlphaTauri. Omi, what do you think? Is this going to affect them? Because they've all now wasted a set of tyres and they were ready to do a double lap.
Okay, well, it does affect their run plans, because obviously, okay, well, they would have been expecting some red flags, but obviously it will still affect their run plans. So it will affect them in some ways, but, okay, well, I do think they'll just, I think they'll just recover from it and try and, I guess, change it up a tiny bit and come up with a new plan, because they would have been expecting these red flags. And I've gone for 5. I think I've gone a bit too bold, but we'll see.
Could be, yeah. We're just going to see now on the board. So yeah, this new timing information graphic that we might have operational ahead of next season, as well as, well, information for us, but in terms of changing the graphics on the screens as well, to give a bit more info. Red flag is out then, with barrier repair to do as well. So I hope no one's got any plans for this evening. We might be here quite a while.
I do.
Yeah, that's true.
4 o'clock. You know what's happening at 4 o'clock, don't you?
What's happening at 4 o'clock?
Some information on F123.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. You know
Breaking Point.
Yes, the Breaking Point saga coming up.
It's just going to be about Breaking Point as far as I'm aware. It's not going to be about the rest of the game. So it's kind of like a livery type team type reveal, but on F123. That's a unique concept.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's one person that I know I do recognise.
Who's that?
Because of his hairline.
Oh, Devin Butler.
No, I'm not going to say on stream.
Just in case.
But another person I recognise is Naomi Schiff as well. So I believe.
Really?
I think it could be Naomi Schiff. I'm not entirely sure. Her hair looked like in the picture. Her hair looked like her. I hope so, because that will be good to get her involved in the game. That's Sonoda, term 15 and 16, down the hill. Oh my God, that's really hard on this game. Red flag, and he was speeding up.
Oh, he's broke the red flag rule. Oh, he touched the wall as well. Whoa.
Oh, no, wait, was it red flag? Hold on.
I'm not sure.
I don't see the ball. Or he just hit the wall.
I think he's just hit the wall.
That's hard to tell. Well, you would have got told if it was a red flag anyway.
Very close.
Is anything going in the chat, Josh?
Not as far as I know. Just taking a look actually myself. Dimas says, hello, F1 is back after 4 weeks of spring break. Dio Nat says, Piastri, we must say his name, was top. And Scott says, I don't like this format. We need to keep the free practice sessions. The lower ranked teams need these effectively for test sessions to develop the car. That's good. That's a good call.
That is a good point, actually. I think in regards to obviously the replacement for AlphaTauri, I agree with you, Josh. I don't like the appointment to team principal and the AlphaTauri guys, because pretty much he did rubbish in Ferrari with the strategy. So why would you put someone who's not good as team principal in AlphaTauri? That's going to make the AlphaTauri situation even worse. Now, instant involved with Verstappen reviewed no further investigation. So I don't know why that was investigated, but it was investigated. I think it was collision or something, I don't know, or a dangerous location. So no investigation, even though we don't have a clue what it was.
Yeah, released in an unsafe condition, it says here.
Oh, right. I guess that's why we didn't get told as well.
Really bizarre that one, actually, that they haven't adjusted the timings for that. I thought they might, with this session suspended. Lark?
Oh, yeah, it is on. It is finally on the F1T feed. It did say it. Okay, cool.
I thought I was going crazy for a second by not seeing it, but you're right.
No, yeah, it is on. So usually it's before we see it on pictures, the T feed, it comes up, but not today.
For me, it's come up like very early.
As for me, actually, as well. I've got two race control messages, actually, because one comes through with the driver tracker and the race control that you see on stream. Then I get a second one on my laptop with all the timings as well, that hopefully will be on the second monitor.
My race control is not working on the F1 site. It's not letting me open it.
Oh, is it not?
I tell you what, Jess, what you need is the Google Chrome extensions F1 delayed timing, because then you can sync it up with the TV pictures for 8 seconds, and then it plays out perfectly. As well.
Oh, right. I might give that a go before tomorrow. But since I've got the race director stuff on T feed, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, this is like it's a separate T feed, effectively. So we're trialing it out, and hopefully it'll become a member of the commentary box cameras soon, so that we can, me, Megan, and whoever else in the commentary box can actually see what we're up to.
Josh.
With things. Go on.
Josh T, mainly.
Yeah. This is
when are you going to get your dad in the commentary box again? I miss him.
I think he's coming back, not in Miami, but I think he's back in Imola.
Oh, nice.
I think it's Imola and Monaco, and then he takes Spain off, and then comes back Austria, Silverstone time.
I love his. I really do like his insight that he brings to the broadcast. So yeah, I miss him, but I'm glad he's going to be back soon as well.
Yeah, not doing as many as he did last year, however. Session will restart.
Will resume at 17:24 local time, so in 4 minutes.
Yeah, I got 4 minutes. Yeah, so he's okay, he's fine. Just don't want him doing so much in terms of coming to and from the commentary box all the time as well.
Yeah.
While he's not 100%.
Especially at his age.
He's only 60.
My dad's 60, I think, as well. Actually, no, yeah, he was born in 1959, so he's more than 60.
It's more his green flag's out. It's more his health really as well. That's the problem as well. But he's quite chipper. He'll be back soon as well. And, I don't know whether
that's how I got into motorsport. Actually, Josh, was from my parents. It wasn't through my friends or it was from my parents who was watching it. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. But for some people, what?
No, I was just saying same.
Now, this is interesting. They're lining up at the end of the pit lane, all of them, but there's 3 minutes to go until the green light goes on, so that's an important track position is.
1, 2, 3. Who's going to be the first one? It doesn't say on the tracker.
Doesn't actually. It looks like it's a Williams, so I'm presuming it's going to be Albon.
Well, they have the advantage because they're the last pit box.
They do. They've got the bigger advantage to come through.
Yeah. Oh, Lewis Hamilton's got his towel. Love it.
I've never seen that before from Lewis. Why has he left that in the car? That's going to fly out.
Is he meant to? Is he meant to have that in the car?
I don't think he's supposed to. I'll keep an eye on that. If that changes anything, track is clear. DRS enabled is the messages we've got from race control. Now, here's the thing. Stroll went out on used soft compound tyres. Sainz did his banker laps on old tyres, then came out to do a single lap on new tyres. So he'll probably leave the pit lane on those. Everyone else take a new set of softs to go forward. So that's going to be interesting. We'll keep you up to date with the tyre graphics. Barry has been fully repaired. Second of the day. And now we're ready to get going. But the session restarts in 2 minutes, and I haven't actually figured out when it actually finishes.
Yeah, because obviously you got to do your timer.
Yeah, so I need I need time calculator. Oh, this is De Vries in start of FP1. Oh, mechanics in the fast lane. Oh, they get a penalty for that. Well, we're waiting.
Oh my God, Tsunoda was close to him.
Wow.
So his session didn't start in the most straightforward way, even before the ending. Against the barriers, or into the barriers, down at turn 3. Just on that subject of turn 3, you saw there.
Yeah, so that was quite close, guys. That was like, wow, how close they got there. Look, they're all there at the end of the track, and the session's not going to get started for another. Oh, we're green, are we?
Not yet. Look, it's not 5:24 yet.
Yeah, we've got 45 seconds until we head back to the green flag at the moment. Hamilton's towel has been removed, I believe. That's Russell anyway.
Oh, good. Just look at that view.
Getting close,
it looks beautiful.
That's the view I had from the green screen background as well. I mean, am I giving it away saying it was green screen? I'm not obviously in Azerbaijan.
Well, most people will know that it's not a green screen. Green flag, green flag.
We are underway here, finally, with a green flag at the end of the pit lane. The session can restart now. And the biggest problem now we're going to see is who is going to be the fastest, who's going out there on used tyres, who's going out there on soft tyres. I can tell you, Hamilton, Hülkenberg, they're on full up old tyres as well. So they're on a second stint, but they've kept the same tyres. Perez gone out there on used softs as well. And new tyres for Hamilton, Bottas, Stroll, Albon, Zhou, Sargent, Russell, Ocon, Gasly, and Sainz come out there on his one-lap old tyres as well. So they're all coming out of the circuit, and they're flooding onto the track now as well, with 9 minutes 28 to go. How long until the next red flag?
6 minutes.
Oh, Amy?
I'll say 3.
You're a bit pessimistic, Omi.
I'll take 3 as well. Actually, the first run on the next laps. That's what I'm thinking.
And you said who will cause the next red flag?
Oh, am I going to be Megan now with the finger of doom on the timing screen? Hang on a minute. I won't look and I'll pick. I've hit Stroll. That's not unlikely, actually, with Stroll.
I'm picking Joe because he's had some troubles already in qualifying. So,
Amy, who are you going for?
I'll go for Ocon.
Oh.
He's also having some issues as well, so let's just
That is a good
hope
point.
everything's right.
And who's going to be the first person? I think we just see one of the Alfa Romeos. They're all going down the hill towards turn 16. Albon on the driver track has just started his run as well. We've got a whole drain of guards on the back straight trying to get some slipstream. Because you can get a massive turnaround here as well. Two of the Ferraris are not close together, but the teams that are close together are the two McLarens. They're both close to each other compared to everybody else. Verstappen is out on the circuit on his outlap. He's gone way after everybody else. Same with Leclerc, Alonso as well. They've got a different part of the track, so I expect them to be fastest. And there goes George Russell, the driver in Australia who led the Australian Grand Prix to start with. Got unlucky with the red flag, and then he had to retire due to engine issues.
Oh,
Yellow
no.
flag, red flag.
Oh, it's happened again, and it's look at that, it's Gasly. They've just repaired the car, and Gasly, 3 minutes after we get going, only wins the prize pot. He's hit the wall coming out of turn 4, and the session is stopped again. And Gasly.
Well, you two weren't that far off in terms of predictions.
He's really destroyed that rear wing
Look
scar.
Look at the carcass on that right tyre.
Gasly.
Radio.
I'm sorry. I locked the front.
Okay, copy
What?
He locked the front.
What did he?
Stop the car.
Lock the
I
front.
thought he said I love you France.
He's probably just desperately trying not to get fired. Oh, and this is going to take ages now because the Tech Pro barrier is
Look at
completely
that.
destroyed.
Holy.
Well, this has been ridiculous. So, the clock has stopped. 7:32 on the board. Nobody got a flag. This is going to get so annoying. That's 2 red flags in Q1 alone. Let's take a look at how
Luckily,
we
we
did
don't
it.
have the free races for F2 and only 2.
Yeah.
Because usually, and luckily the qualifying for F2. Let's look at the replay, and bang.
He could have got away with it. That was so tight. It was a glove.
That was very. Oh.
Rear tyre really
And
felt that.
Yeah, and what's going to happen to the ones who are on new tyres as well? That's going to be quite
I couldn't
difficult.
stop the car.
Yeah, as I was saying,
As he says, he couldn't stop the car. Well, red flag is out for the second time in this qualifying. We are 28 minutes into this first part of qualifying, and we still have 7.5 minutes to go. And this is Sainz at turn 1. Now, did he lock up?
Ooh.
Oh, he got so close. Oh, he spun it. Sainz spun coming out turn 1.
No damage though for Sainz, I don't think. Oh!
He's nearly knocked off the rear suspension as well. Oh.
Tires might be wrecked.
Yes, that's true.
Got spotted maybe.
And he was out there on his new set of tyres. So so he still hasn't set a good lap. Sainz has not set a lap time at all in this session. He's 20th overall. Well.
Oh, Sainz.
Here we go again then. Let's see what the YouTube chat
Pressure's going to be on.
Yeah.
One shot qualifying, here we go. We're going to get a taste of what to come tomorrow, because in Q3 they only get 8 minutes.
I'm worried about how long we're going to be standing here tomorrow in qualifying. If they can't even manage it in the normal qualifying, let's have Bernie Collins.
Tyre sets
Well,
what
they're
to
gonna
run next, because those cars that Corinne was chatting about at the end of the pit lane, cooling down their tyres, have only just about got them warmed up again, and then had to do the slow in lap under the red flag. So they are going to struggle to be ready again for the next run. So there's even Ocon's having a lot of discussion with his race engineers which tyres out of the 2 they've run are going to be best.
So go on then, I put you on the Ferrari pit wall. What were you going to do for Carlos Sainz?
I'm going to chicken out of this and say your tyre engineer in the garage is going to be fit to look at those sets, say which of them are at the best temperature, and if the flat spotted ones are going to be okay. I personally think they probably, at this stage, he needs to get through Q1. That is goal 1 for this session.
Yep.
He cannot take any more risks. So it needs to be another new set and make sure he gets the lap and deal with the consequences later.
And this is how he's compromised then further down the road when we get to Q2 and hopefully for Carlos Sainz Q3.
So many mistakes have been made by saving a set for Q3. If you don't get to Q3, that set in the garage is worthless.
It's like the lottery, you've got to be in it to win it.
You too. I never play the lottery, so that's why I never win it.
Kroon Janok doesn't need to play the lottery as well. So, continue what you're saying, Jess, because red flag out again, and now everybody's in trouble.
Especially Sainz. I think he's had the worst luck in the last few races, and now he's going to have to do it all over again. And we don't even know who's going to get knocked out. It's going to be that close. And we get a taste of what it's going to be like in the sprint shootout as well. I think it might be even more of an issue in the sprint shootout because they will be on mediums for Q1 and Q2, and Q3 they'll go on softs. And they only have one set of softs for the entire qualifying session tomorrow. So I think this could be even more of an issue. I'm going to be stuck on my desk, I think, for most of the morning, I think, at this rate tomorrow.
I know.
What about MotoGP?
I was just about to say, I've got MotoGP. Megan is taking qualifying 1, but I was supposed to be over by Q2, and I could go and take over for MotoGP's final part of qualifying. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that if we keep having these red flags. And I'm really happy that MotoGP's sprint race comes first and ends around about 2 minutes before I have to be in this commentary box to commentate on the next event. Me and Megan will be doing sort of a switch over at the end of the 2 races as well. And then Tom Dillon's going to be around on Sunday.
Ah.
But he's karting.
Yeah, he has all the files to stream, luckily, just like IndyCar.
He hasn't got MotoGPs, and I'm really worried about that fact, actually, because
he hasn't got MotoGP yet? Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm just going to send him like a screenshot background so he can just put that on, because I think that'll save everybody a lot of time.
Oh, right, that'll save him a bit of time. He's got like the idents and stuff, hasn't he? So
yeah, he's got all that.
Team radio replay.
Okay, go in, red flag, boxing, you know the green.
Leave on Sky for a second.
I was on another good lap.
That's fine, you were good.
Prepare the other helmet with a darker visor, please.
Charles, they're telling me this is the darkest visor we have.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
The sun is becoming lower and lower. It's quite annoying.
Yeah, understood. Do you want your tape?
No, it's okay, it's just annoying.
Understood.
They should go to Le Mans.
Any more for any more?
No, but it's a good point about the sun.
tape, Karun? The sort of Nigel Mansell
big
tape to put as the sun visor.
He basically just used a whole bunch of race tape, didn't he? He didn't bother with using, stickers that have been carefully cut in a sticker shop.
Yeah, so, I mean, Max Verstappen clearly is going to get through this Q1 session. He has about a second and a half over the, what we think is the cutoff time, which is about a mid-1:43, but it's just so close. Russell, a 43.8 at the moment, is on the bubble, so he can improve at least half a second, you would have thought, and that would put him up to sort of around Oscar Piastri P7. So I'm kind of not surprised that you're seeing Max Verstappen out. I would imagine he'll go out again because you just have to be on the track because it is that close. Yuki Tsunoda, a 44.4, so he needs to find at least a second to be sure. Gasly we know out, De Vries we know out, and Sainz you've already spoken about. But do we have I assume we have a restart time. It's probably 3 minutes away because we're now having all of the cars queuing the queue up at the end.
Section will resume at 5:37.
Well, this is just taking forever. This is Gasly's accident coming through. Oh, Amy, that was just so unlucky. The wrong angle again.
Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's a bit more different than what we've seen. We usually see people just lock up and go straight on. But yeah, actually, was fully turning and then just continue going a bit more towards the wall. And you can see, fully disappointed with that. And obviously, with he can't recover in the sprint race because obviously now it's a bit more of a different format now. So this is actually so this is the grid for actually Sunday's race. So usually you would be able to start at the back, but then recover in the sprint, and then obviously the sprint would decide your position. But now it's a bit different. So that's where exactly he'll be starting that's exactly where he'll start the Grand Prix. He'll be hoping that tomorrow he has a better qualifying, at least for the sprint shootout.
So will he be starting ahead of De Vries because he?
Yeah, I think
because he
yeah.
crashed second.
Yeah, because Gasly's done more laps than De Vries, so has more fast second time. So.
Oh yeah, Gasly did set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he set 1:44.8, whereas De Vries yeah, that explains it then.
But Gasly does start last for the Grand Prix on Sunday, and he'll have an opportunity to do a better sprint.
due to his change of stuff.
So yeah, that's a point actually. With the new engine, he'll probably have a penalty anyway, as Jess points out. So we won't get that information until, well, usually qualifying, but now it'll be in the sprint tomorrow we get that information. So Gasly, I think, is going to...
He'll probably start in the back in the sprint as well.
Yeah, because it's in practice, any new engine unit that gets put in will have a grid penalty for the sprint race, not the main race on Sunday. So a practice problem, it's a sprint penalty. So Gasly's going to start at the back at the main race on Sunday, and he's probably going to have an engine penalty for the sprint tomorrow. So Gasly is having a very difficult weekend from one fire and one crash on Friday. That is why it's not fair. Good to stand on the pit wall.
A very complicated qualifying session. Are your drivers in the queue at the moment?
Gunter!
I don't know if Gunter can hear me or not, but
Hello,
there's one
Gunter.
driver trying to get into the queue. Which looks like Nico Hulkenberg. Can you hear me, Gunter?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. Are your drivers going to get into the queue, or are they going to have to wait for everyone to go past?
Looks like we got in here.
Is this like a gentleman's excuse me down there?
Yeah, exactly. I was just push in, you know Formula One. There's no gentlemen in here.
I've read your book. I'm quite aware of that by now. Very nice, by the way. Congratulations on being a Sunday Times bestseller, I'm told. Right.
Green flag is out and we're underway, and there's a yellow flag already. There's a yellow flag already.
That's an AlphaTauri. That's an Oda.
Oh, for God's sake.
They're no, wait, hang on. No, it's not Sonoda. They're trying to get out of the pit lane. That's probably why.
Now we're green, but they are taking it so carefully. So
Gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
Oh my God, their tyres are going to be cold. Oh, this is going to be chaos.
Right.
I feel, no offence, I don't want to, but I think we're going to see another red flag.
I think we're going to see another red flag. What do you think?
Yeah.
Who's going to go in the wall this time? I still pick Stroll. Nobody picked Gasly.
I still pick Joe.
Oh, this is insane.
Oh no,
I'm still going for Ocon.
Magnussen.
I'm still going for Ocon.
So I'll...
Is it a Magnussen or...
It could be Magnussen. Well, let's see how far we get this time. Just a quick comment from the YouTube chat here. What happened to the W14s? They have brought a small upgrade. They've got new engines for this weekend, so they should be quick. Dionat says, let's go. Melbourne happened. Red flag. Azerbaijan, hold my beer. SHG says, Alpine's efforts have been wasted for today. Well, that's 2 red flags within 5 minutes, and we're still in Q1. Yep, it's been nearly a very long Q1. The little owl says...
Alpine's L-Plan has turned into L-Bin.
Yeah. Little owl says, I'd like to thank Nick and Pierre. Their crashes mean I didn't miss much. You did not. Hello. Just got back from college. Well, this red flag's helping everybody, it looks like. Megan's back at 3 o'clock, so she might be here soon to watch quali. Exactly, it's going to be carnage, says Nat. Melbourne was really the warm-up for Azerbaijan. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. That's pretty much what's going on. Right,
here we
let's
go.
see.
We're about to get the first runs of Q1 again.
I think we're going to get a red flag again.
Oh, no.
I'm just looking at the data screens, waiting to see a yellow or red flag come out. I'm almost convinced
No,
of
it'll
it.
be yellow, then it'll be red.
Yeah,
It'll turn yellow, then it will turn red.
I tell you what, Jess, you've got a Stream Deck, haven't you? I need one of those just next to the bus mixer, so I don't have to keep going off screen to press the yellow and red button. It's doing my lunges for today, though.
I'm gonna get Josh T to see how I can program the flags to my Stream Deck.
Yeah.
I'm staring at turn number 3 right now on the driver tracker.
Okay, Russell's on a lap time then as well. We managed to get through the rest of this one without it, but don't hold your breath. We had 2 red flags in qualifying, one last year, of course. Both of them caused by Lance Stroll. One of them he knocked off his front wing. The second time he went properly into the wall as well. Megan and Ian Burge were commentating on that session. Russell's flirting with the barriers as he comes into the castle section. He's the driver at risk though with a 1:43.
Oh, it's a good lap time.
Yeah, so he's closing. And Ocon's quick too.
Yeah, he's almost 2 tenths off Verstappen. That's good.
Verstappen,
Is he on fresh tyres?
Russell is out there on... Oh, it's an old compound tyre, but they've only done 1 lap before. So this is his second.
Right, so it should be all right then.
Yeah,
Ocon's improved by quite a bit, actually.
no one's out there on new tyres. Everyone's out there on the tyres they had before the red flag came out because it was so quick.
Oh, for God's sake, Verstappen's going purple in both sectors.
Actually, saying that,
Albon's the third.
Sainz has done exactly what Bernie said they would do, and they've put on new compound of tyres. And so has Albon, actually. So they've put on a new set, but that's 3 sets of tyres used. Perez goes top, 141.756. Then it goes Hamilton is a fourth, 142.113. Russell is coming down the straightaway with the DRS open. Ocon and Tsunoda too, trying to get out of the drop zone. Russell, Verstappen goes top, 141.38.
Something wrong with the car. Slow down and come in. Slow down and box. Very sorry, mate.
No, Magnussen's going to slow down and come in.
Russell goes 6th,
He's
Ocon
out
goes
quality.
7th, 142.622. Tsunoda comes across the line 2 in 17th position. Does he improve? Yes, he does. Gets himself out the drop zone, goes into 9th position. Sainz, it hasn't had a lap time yet. Now he does. Now he gets himself in to Q2, 142.614. But that's another soft tyre out of his run. Will that affect him in the sprint tomorrow or maybe even the Grand Prix? Norris goes 5th. It's not over yet. Bottas coming to with Zhou and Piastri. The track is still so dirty to run a qualifying on. Stroll 7th, 142.524. Bottas goes 15th. Zhou next across the line. Stays 16th fastest. Zhou, and then across the line goes Piastri from 17th. Goes 13th. Bottas now out of the drop zone. And Alonso's only 11th. He's going to find time to improve as well. Across the line comes Fernando Alonso. Does he improve? Goes 1 position ahead now of his teammates. 142.485. What a run there, but they're still not over.
No, Leclerc's gone improved his time to P3 at 141.8. Here comes Esteban Ocon then, going through turn 15. Now what does he do? Does he go? No, he doesn't go straight on. Ooh.
Touch the wall.
Okay, leave the wall a bit real right. Have a look.
I've just scraped it.
Yeah, Josh has scripted it, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a slight kiss. Let's hope it hasn't broken the rear suspension. 2 minutes to go. Enough for an outlap then. As Norris
What
tries
is going on here?
Yeah, Stroll's backing up Lando Norris now coming into the castle section. And Lando's not going to be happy with that one at all. Lando's 5th. Amazing job from
Fair
him.
play.
So Magnussen's out of qualifying. So he's 18th. So really, it's between Bottas and Zhou to be out of the drop zone because everyone else is out. Oh, we've lost Jess.
And also Sargent as well. Actually, no, because they're both in the pits, aren't they? I don't know. They're not in the pits.
Magnussen is. Gasly and De Vries were already out of the session. So Magnussen. Oh, let's hear from Ocon. Oh, we might be right here.
Everything looks good to us. No issues at all.
Okay. Omi, I think your curse hasn't really done its job there. That's got quite good.
That's probably a good thing.
Looks to be as they come through.
Is anyone going out again?
Let's
Surely
have a look.
not.
I think there's a couple coming across. Like Sainz, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Norris. I think they're all going to at least push one more time. Albon's definitely pushing. So Verstappen's
Why does
in
he
the
need
pits.
to push? She's safe.
Yeah, don't wreck the car. Basically, just be very careful. As the top of the castle section now.
35.747 for Perez. He's purple in the first sector.
He's 3/10 off the pace of Verstappen as well, so there's still time to be found then for Checo. Albon hits the brakes, comes into the very tight turn 15, drops downhill. It feels like you're going down a slide, and then you get a rude bump at the bottom as you come through. As well, he's half a second down. That still actually might put him into 4th position. If that Williams can hold it down the straight, Albon might just go for a bit of a glory run. Perez is 2.5 tenths up in the middle sector, so Perez might just go faster. 5 seconds left on the board then. In qualifying number 1, across the line to take the checkered flag is Alexander Albon. Crosses and stays in 6th position. Can his teammate Sargent do anything? He was giving the toe to. Yes, he can! Bruce Williams is through into Q2. 7th place for Sargent. It's amazing stuff. Here comes Russell. He's 10th at the moment. Now Piastri and Hulkenberg are in danger. Bottas and Zhou still circulating on lap times, remember. It's those two Alfa Romeos that can really play the party piece. Russell crosses the line in a few seconds. Does he improve up from 10th position? Goes into 4th. 142.073. Here comes
Sainz and Bottas. And Tsunoda.
Tsunoda across the line, takes the checker flag, 13th at the moment. Will he improve? Yes, goes 8th. So now Hülkenberg is at risk. Sainz is 12th. I think he's comfortably through, but he needs to just make sure, I suppose.
Bottas is improving from Hülkenberg's time.
And Zhou's down as Sainz goes 8th now, but it's all between Bottas and Zhou then, the two Alphas. Piastri's now in danger. Hülkenberg goes 14th. And now we need to look at Oscar Piastri, who's coming across the line in a few seconds' time. But crucially, after the two Alfa Romeos, Bottas giving a toe to Zhou across the line. Bottas crosses, goes into 13th. Piastri gets eliminated. Does Zhou follow? Only just. Hülkenberg's out. Piastri does go through. Out goes Zhou. And Alonso from 12th goes second. 141.720. Great job there.
Yes.
But look at Charles Leclerc across the line. The Ferrari goes fastest by a tenth.
Not pole. Not pole. I was getting too excited there, Josh.
141.269. And now Ferrari fans start to sit up. They look possible to go through. 141.269. Omi, that must have delight you. Ferrari look like they've got their act together.
Well, okay, yeah, but Verstappen wasn't on the track at the end, so we'll see. Okay, we'll see. I'm not gonna get too excited. We'll see how it is in Q3, but I'm expecting more red flags in Q2 and Q3, so...
No.
It's taken 46 minutes to get Q1 out the way. This is insane. Then again, I suppose...
And I have stuff to do after qualifying.
Yeah, we lose Jess at what time do we lose you? Quarter to 4, because you've got to set up.
Well, it depends, because they'll be watching qualifying as well.
That's true. However, we will make sure that if Jess does have to leave the commentary box, Omi will stay, but we'll just bring in Josh T.
No, don't worry, I'll stay.
Oh, right, okay,
I'll just record my reaction afterwards. Easy.
All right, if you're sure.
Sky ads.
Yeah, we've got the feed open. Let's take a look then at the results from qualifying 1. Oh dear, the data screen didn't like that one bit. So eliminated in Q1 then. We will see De Vries start this Grand Prix Sunday from 20th. Gasly will be 19th. Magnussen 18th. Hülkenberg goes into 17th place as well. And then Ocon goes through to Q2 and 15th. Bottas 14th. Stroll 13th. Piastri is 12th for the first time getting through to Q2. Logan Sargent in 11th will make his first ever appearance in qualifying 2. Tsunoda is 10th. Then we get Sainz 9th. Albon 8th. Norris is 7th. Hamilton 6th. Russell 5th. Perez 4th. Alonso 3rd. Verstappen 2nd. And for the first time this year, Charles Leclerc tops the session. He goes fastest with a 141.269.
Look at the gap between 5th to, I would say, 11th. Separating by 0.2 of a second. Is this F1 Esports?
It's really tight, isn't it, at the top? Just quickly, Australia Now says, I'll be honest, I logged on for Q3, but Q1 was still on. Good morning, Australia Now. Hopefully you're doing well. Ed Hunter says, it seems Williams bringing James Vowles along is worth 6 to 8 tenths per lap. Hiring as well. It seems you're right there as well. Lol, say his name. Piastri, up there too. All looking fab. Right, Q2 is up next.
Should we predict who's going to get eliminated potentially as well? I think Hülkenberg's been knocked out, obviously. I would say Bottas, Sargent, Piastri, Tsunoda, and I don't know. I don't know who will be 11th, but
there's a lot to live up to, isn't there? That could happen. Oh, hang on, we're just seeing a replay here of a little bit of damage caused by Lance Stroll at the exit of turn 16. Was having a few issues. We might see it here.
That's my prediction. Stroll.
Let's hear from Hülkenberg.
Okay, sorry, Nico, we're knocked out. There it goes. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not good.
Yes, that was Hülkenberg not liking it at all. Let's hear from Hamilton.
Nico Hülkenberg was expecting.
And that's Hamilton brushing the wall as well.
15.
Hamilton touched it.
That's the one right front wheel.
So
no.
Hamilton touched it too and got oversteer at the exit of the corner. And this is Zhou's radio.
Joe, we are just out P60.
Oh.
How far? Just 200s, really tight.
He's not happy.
Disappointment all around at Alpha.
No, mega not happy as well. Just realised that it's been such a whirlwind that it still said practice instead of the qualifying session, so apologies for that, but I think you can tell why it said that, because it's been such a weird session on the battle screen, because it should be practice too. Q2 will start at 17:52, that's in about 60 seconds time. Let's hand over to Skyphone quickly before the session starts.
Yeah, I could hear you, but I could only hear part of it, Crofty. Can you repeat, please?
I was about to say, not Kevin Magnussen's fault entirely that he was out qualified by his teammate today.
Yeah, we couldn't go out anymore. He had an issue. We still have an issue with his engine. There's something. Sometimes it's working, sometimes not. And we had to stop him. Prevent damage on the engine. So, Nico, he lost. We need to look into it. On this fast lap, he lost 3 tenths to his first attempt, and we just know why we lost it. Otherwise, it would be easily. So a little bit disappointing today.
Yeah, I can imagine. Gunther, I'll leave you because the pit lane is really noisy. But maybe technical gremlins, not just down to the drivers on that one.
Yeah, it looks like they've got a few problems as well in this session. Okay, so let's catch up on the YouTube chat. Both McLaren's through, says Little Owl, and Australia now Baku. It is Baku. SHG, Man Williams were quick here. Sargent gets into Q2 for the first time. It's looking good. We're over an hour into this session, and now finally we can get on as well. 52 minutes would have passed since the start of qualifying number 1, and now finally we can have Q2. This is going to be just epic. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the green light goes on, and qualifying 2 can finally begin here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Qualifying for the main race on Sunday, here on Friday evening. It's coming up on 6 p.m. local time. Cars heading out to the track. Just 2 red flags and a 50-minute long first part of the session. What are you expecting for Q2?
More red flags. I think we could see a shock driver that will be out of Q2 and will miss out on Q3, I think. But yeah, I think we could see another red flag, which I hope won't happen. But they only have about 40 minutes to get some runs, and the 2 Williams, unsurprisingly, are out on circuit. They're on used soft tyres. Fernando Alonso has just gone out. He's on new tyres. So is Ocon, who's on new tyres as well. Stroll's on 2-lap-old soft, so is Valtteri Bottas. Russell's on a scrub set of tyres as well. I think that's it about the drivers who've gone out so far. What's Hamilton? 5 laps for Hamilton.
Well, Megan Birch has just walked into the side of the commentary box as well. She's brought me my notes for MotoGP and a shortbread biscuit. Thank you, Megan. I just had to point out, Megan, this session. Hello.
Hi.
Happy birthday.
It's still deafening.
Sorry. Well, you should be used to this after 4 weeks. Happy birthday for Sunday.
It's hurting my ears.
Yeah, okay.
And
just quickly, we are, 54 minutes into this session, and we've just started Q2. It's been a typical Baku. Do you remember last year when Stroll crashed twice and we had a very long qualifying? Yeah. It's happening again.
Also, you left some notes in here.
Oh, really? Did I?
Yes.
What were they?
I don't know.
Oh, I was wondering what I was missing. Oh yes, that's all right. That's Formula B. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Megan.
They're in black and white.
Oh, they're in black and white.
Yeah, the printer I went to, it was running out of colour.
Okay. Well, thank you, Megan. There's Fernando Alonso. We're second fastest in Q1. Can he do? Well, third fastest. Can he do it? What? He's top at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you go in and watch qualifying.
He better do it. I can't. I've got to go out to town.
Okay, well, you go to town. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Megan. We'll see you. See you in MotoGP tomorrow when you lead the qualifying session and the end of the sprint. Bye-bye. Well, into the session we go. Nice to see her, actually. She's dropped me off my notes for IndyCar and
She
MotoGP.
finished early in college.
Yeah, she did, actually, before 3. And she's brought me a jammy shortbread as well, so that'll be nice to have at the end of this. Fernando Alonso, though, her favourite driver, is on the circuit now and is fastest in the first sector with a 35.732. He's fastest. Just in case you can still hear me.
She's I hope she can still hear you, because Alonso's absolutely flying right now, heading towards the castle section. To be honest, Aston Martin has scored more points this season than they have at all at the whole of last season. And from what I've heard in the articles, they're so far ahead that apparently they're a year ahead of schedule in terms of development. That is insane for Aston Martin.
This is just golden for them, isn't it? They've got a pretty much open goal as Perez has gone fastest first sector actually as well, so that might change the plan a little bit. Go on, Amy. I cut you off there, sorry.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with Jason. Quite interesting there, but obviously Alonso fastest wall to the second, Perez now fastest wall to the first. I think we're about to get Verstappen's sector 1 time as well. Alonso over the line, 1 minute 41.4 exact. And then let's see what his teammate can do. Lance Stroll now comes over the line to second, but Perez is finding time. And Verstappen though currently has set a 35.663 through the first sector.
Okay, so Perez is still the fastest as he comes down into the braking zone. On his second sector for Perez is a 40.747. So he's still got the grit, he's still got the determination as well. So this isn't over at all as they come down the back straight away as well. At a turn 20, the little kick opens up the DRS just before the checkered flag line. And the lap time is going to be a 1:41.131. Perez the top by 0.269.
Verstappen's on a lap as well, but he's not purple in any sector, I don't think.
I don't think he is either.
He isn't. 40.766 to the second sector, yep.
That's close though. A few hundredths separating between Verstappen and Perez. But because Verstappen do it when it counts in that final sector, I think they'll start pushing in Q3 to be honest. But Verstappen up to the line, wow,
62,000.
That is insane. The nearest car is Alonso by 3 tenths.
Yeah, so 3 tenths behind. Let's look at the full times. Perez top 1:41.131. 62,000 back is Verstappen. 2.5 tenths back Alonso. 8 tenths after that is Russell. Full second for Hamilton and Ocon and Stroll and Albon and Piastri. 1.5 seconds for Bottas and Tsunoda and Sargent. And Leclerc and Sainz have not yet set a competitive lap time in this session of Q2. So there's still time to be found out here as Sainz hurtles in towards turn number 3, doesn't hit the wall and continues on into the first right-hand corner of the lap down at turn 4. I love this track. It's just crazy, Baku. It's always shaped. Oh, Sainz is backed out, is he? Yeah, Sainz is backed out the lap time.
I think he ran a bit wide, maybe. So he backed out of it.
Leclerc's on the lap though, 3/100 slower than Perez. So he's producing a very. Or maybe does he want to give the toe to Leclerc? Is that why he's slowing down?
That's what I'm thinking. Because if Sainz has made a mistake in that first sector, what was his time? 35.883, so he's way off the time of Leclerc, who's at 35.528. So Sainz has now let Leclerc through. Yeah, so he's way done. That's a disappointment. I was expecting more there from Sainz.
I was expecting more from Sainz. I was expecting more for Ferrari to give the toe, but
struggling with these tyres, he said over the radio there on the text board. So again, this is a difficult session. What tyres is he on? Sainz is on.
He's on soft.
Brand new softs.
So same with Leclerc as well.
Yeah, they're both on new softs. This is Sainz's third compound of soft tyres being used as well. Now Leclerc.
Are they have enough for the race?
I don't know, because we've got to save one for tomorrow and then one for the sprint, and then maybe the race on Sunday is a hard medium compound. As Leclerc goes third as well, 85. Oh, he's stopped dramatically, hasn't he, down towards turn 1?
No, that's Sainz. That's Sainz, I think.
Yes, I want to say yes. I think it was. Yeah, but anyway, Leclerc does third fastest time, 1:41.216 to go third. Alonso is 2 tenths down in 4th position, but is starting to close out with a little bit more time. We haven't had a yellow flag or a red flag in this session, so the drivers behaving themselves a little bit more in Q2 because they know how important this part of the session is to get through. Piastri's the driver at Risto in 10th position as Alonso crosses the line now in the Aston Martin, and he does improve on time, not position, 1:41.370. Stroll will be coming across the line shortly.
Ocon beats Hamilton.
Whoa, 1:42.159. Stroll 5th, 1:41.5. Tsunoda, does he get through? 7th, 142.038, so no to go through. So now it's Albon at risk within the drop zone. Piastri, Bottas, Sargent, Sainz and Norris. Very surprising
Norris
Q2.
hasn't set a lap time.
Yeah.
And Norris is on a lap now, so he's going just through the going through towards the castle section according to the driver tracker. He's green, but I can't tell if he's matching anyone. The only one I can see is Carlos Sainz, who's definitely on a push lap now. 35.6 first sector, 40.9 middle sector. He's 6/10 quicker than Albon, which will put him in the 141s. That will put him, I think, near where, I think, just maybe ahead of Stroll. But we'll see, or it might be close between himself and Stroll, actually. The
Very
straight
tight, yeah.
should make all the difference.
How much that Ferrari got in its tank? Cross the line. Fifth. 141.517.
I got it right.
Well done, Jess. Omi, is that better for Sainz? Now he can relax a little bit. Now he's back on form after a troubling start to qualifying.
Yeah, so obviously a bit more relaxed he'll be now. Quickly just about the two Red Bulls. It looks like Verstappen lost it through the first sector. It's a bit more closer to the second, but Perez still has the edge through the second, and then it's the third sector that Verstappen was gaining on. And obviously Leclerc losing out because the Red Bull is a tiny bit faster in the third part of the lap. So Leclerc didn't have the edge on Perez. He did have the edge on Verstappen though through the first part of the lap. Currently we are watching Alex Albon as he has to he's trying to keep the car in a straight line. It's kind of getting away from him, but he's finding time through the first part of the lap. Let's see what Sargent does. He's also finding some time. Hamilton currently the driver at risk. He's going to try also improve his lap as Norris also now pushing on. But we're currently just seeing Albon as he goes now through into the castle section, which was widened in 2021. So obviously it means that we will see a bit less crashes there, but we obviously it's still possible to crash there, as obviously we saw in the F2 feature race last year, Yuri Whips crashing for the lead, which let Dennis Hauger take his first feature race victory in Formula 2.
Albon down into the braking zone, 4.5 tenths up as Omi was saying in the first sector. Sargent's lost that pace now. Actually, so loud now. The onboard cars, they've really turned up the volume to 11 in the month's break as well. You've almost got to raise your voice with them despite having microphones right next to you. Miles as well.
Yeah, Leclerc fastest for the second.
Oh, okay. Keep an eye on that. Albon comes across the line and goes 7th, 141.9. Sargent behind, stays 13th. Norris is still in the drop zone. He's coming across the line next. Hamilton is now in the drop zone. Charles Leclerc proving that Ferrari has the pace. 141.037. Norris goes 7th, 141.631. Ferrari are back on course, it seems, here in Baku. We saw that, of course, back in 2021 and 22. They always seem to run well here unless they self-destruct. Hamilton to the line. Is he going to improve in that Mercedes W14? He's 12th at the moment. Will he go through to the next part of qualifying? Hamilton across it. Goes into 8th position. That's risky, and that puts Russell in danger as well. Bottas doesn't improve, but there's another run left after this. Piastri 13th, 142.1625. Russell, personal best sectors 1 and 2, goes 9th. So Mercedes power really struggling here. Yellow sector 1.
Science.
Oh, same corner. What the hell?
It's down at 3. Has he hit the wall? Has he got to go? Oh, here he is. He's gone straight on. He's having to reverse. Down at turn 3.
Be careful. Watch out.
It's going to spoil everybody's lap time, but he's kept it going. Sainz was there.
My goodness. It's like a race.
That's Piastri alongside him as well. Look, Sainz did that back in 2021.
Luckily, Piastri was on an in-lap.
Look at it, they all were, yeah. Let's take a look at it. I think he's going to lock up and then go straight on. He'll bail out of making the crash. Let's take a look.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. That happened to someone, I think, in like any. I'm trying to remember. Someone else went straight on. Was it? I think it was Kvyat 1 year. If I remember.
And Ricciardo, yeah, Kvyat and Ricciardo. They both went off.
Was it? Was it 2020?
No, we didn't race it 2020. It must have been 19. Must be
19,
yeah.
well, yeah, it must be 2019.
Because we didn't race it in 2020 did we, because of COVID, so...
DRS back enabled in zone 1, so 1 minute and 40 still to go of Q2. Sargent, Bottas, Piastri, Ocon, Tsunoda in trouble. Albon and Russell and Hamilton are at risk.
This is getting very tense. Ocon nearly touching the wall at the exit of the last car. I've got a feeling, you know, that this session's going to end with a red flag, and that'll be the anticlimax. Because I think now they're pushing
you cussed it earlier.
Say again?
You also cussed it earlier. You also cussed it earlier because you said no yellow flag. We haven't had any yellow or reds. You said that earlier. So you also cussed it.
And then boom, we had to...
I think this will end in red. I've got a feeling someone's going to push it. Ocon nearly lost it there coming to the chicane.
I think it could be science that will cause the next yellow flag.
He's just having the worst
saying Hamilton
session.
now.
Oh, right, oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to push hard, isn't he? Oh, Ocon is risking it all, isn't he, coming into the castle section. I'm surprised no one's been doing
speed.
Yeah, he's pushing. I'm surprised no one's crashed at the castle section this year so far.
Well, they're done better than Leclerc, who crashed at the castle section. And
yeah, blocked the track.
Infamous last words.
Verstappen's coming up to it now. We all know how he likes a little bit of a crash on the track. As he comes in, takes them. Oh, he had to correct it coming through as well. He's not happy, is he?
He's going to be safe. Come on.
Yeah, he's fine. That sun, though, the setting sun here in Azerbaijan, it takes hours to set here. And the drivers always complain at the top of the castle section. You get a brief flash of sunlight, and it really affects you when you try and turn in. Lap times coming across the board then. Checker flag down in 10 seconds. We're in for the crescendo we want. Ocon across the line. Is he going to improve from 12th to 10th? Albon gets pushed out. Verstappen's up by a 10th and a half. Bottas improving too. Everyone's on a lap time as the checker flag comes out. Qualifying is Q2 is over. Anyone else going to improve to the board? Verstappen will lead us across it. Not seeing anybody else take it. Leclerc's in the pit lane. Norris goes 5th. So now the battle really is risking with the two Mercedes. Verstappen, 338 kilometres an hour across the line. Goes top.
40s.
Wow, that's a bold lap time in these cars. Across the line then comes Bottas. Stays 14th. Piastri's behind him. Goes into 8th. Tsunoda next across.
Wow.
Tsunoda goes 7th. And Russell's out.
Hamilton is 10.
Hamilton's
10.
Hamilton's going to get kicked out here, isn't he? Hamilton's going to get kicked out unless they call Russell in, which they have done. Russell is out of qualifying. Sainz goes 4th. Now look to Ocon, Albon and Sargent. Are they improving? Ocon?
No, Albon's not. Albon and Ocon are not. Nobody's improving.
Hamilton gets through by the skin of his teeth by 4,000. Russell eliminated. He got traffic on the last lap he's complaining about. And let's hear from Albon.
P11.
Yeah, well, we would have got through if Carlos didn't get in the way.
Yeah, that Carlos Sainz impeding the drivers.
I wonder if it was Sainz, yeah. I wonder if it impeded Russell as well.
I've just had a look on the onboard, and Sainz has blocked 7 cars on that lap. He was not on a push lap. He's blocked everybody. Albon, Sargent, Ocon, Norris, Verstappen, Piastri, Bottas,
That's
Sainz.
why nobody improved then.
Yeah, Sainz has blocked everyone. So that might be a penalty for Sainz. Let's hear from Russell.
Sector.
Oh, in or not?
So just dropped to P11.
Sugar. We'd have to pace this week.
Sugar.
Another chance tomorrow.
Yeah,
It was that final sector.
another qualifying tomorrow. That, of course, this sets the grid for Sunday's race only. Let's hear then from Esteban Ocon. He too is eliminated from qualifying. I thought we were going to hear from him. I think Sky going for an ad break like they'd like to as well. In which case, Russ, go on.
Time deleted. It's a weird time. Bottas 2 minutes 6.656.
Ah, okay. Fight for pole then is next here in Azerbaijan. That's coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere. Well, we'll stay with us here on YouTube as well and take a look at that session result then as well. I know I've just clicked an ad on YouTube to play, which is a new feature, but stick with us. Yeah, I can put ads midstream now as well. That's incredibly handy. So it is, in total...
Q3 will start in 5 minutes.
Say again? Oh, 5 minutes. Wow, that's not long.
Yep.
Not long at all. Okay, so Russell is out as well. He'll start 11th. Ocon's 12th. Albon 13th. Bottas 14th. And Sargent 15th. The top 10 shootout. We'll see. Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Alonso, Norris, Tsunoda, Stroll, Piastri and Hamilton take part as well. Q2 will start, as Omi said.
You mean Q3?
5 minutes. Yeah, sorry, what did I say?
Q2.
All right, I'll start in 5 minutes' time as well. So, let's take a look. Jinxie Josh as well said Dio Nat. Australian now says, nice prediction, Jess. Where will Alonso end up? He's asking, where do you think Alonso will be?
Third.
Good shout. McLaren Q3.
For those of you that weren't watching the Formula E weekend, I was good at predictions. I've beaten Ed Hunter in predictions in one race.
That's true.
And yeah, so I did, for those of you that are not wondering who just joined us and wondering what my prediction was, my prediction was for Q2, we were going to get a shocker out of Q2. And that shocker was Russell. So, sorry, Mercedes fans.
I've just been told to stand up in my ears as well, actually, because I was sat down. I've been standing for over an hour. I would deserve a nice seat. Okay. So
you don't forget you were recording F2, weren't you?
Yes, yeah. So,
as well, so you were busy. Anyway.
And MotoGP, so I've literally been all day. But I've still got another session after this, actually, as well, which is really annoying. I've got to do Q2.
Is that practice?
Practice of MotoGP, yeah. I've got to record that. Then I've got to edit the practice shows and qualifying shows for Formula 2 and everything else, and just get everything else sorted. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. You're back with us here in Azerbaijan for qualifying for the 4th round of the season. And George Russell will play no further part in this session. He qualifies 11th on the grid for Sunday. Big race to do. He will have another attempt, though, tomorrow in qualifying for the sprint shootout. But Pinkham as well. I think, no, Rachel Brooks has got some information, but she's actually sat down. I'm seeing her. She sat down with the Sky Ronca in the background, so we're not going to hear from anyone in the media pen with Rachel at the moment. I would like to say, I'd just like to take this opportunity to actually say Jenny Gow. Jenny is back in the BBC F1 broadcast booth. She's not commentating today. Yeah, she's not commentating, but she's back. She's got headphones
shadowing
on. Yeah, she's shadowing to make sure that her brain can keep up with the pace of Formula 1. So great to see Jenny back. And let's hear from Tsunoda.
Is P7, Yuki?
Yes, let's go, baby.
I think he's happy.
First Q3.
Right,
I'm happy. A big surprise for Tsunoda to be through, but he avoided all the trouble. He did a lap pretty much when the track was quiet, and that helped him.
I don't think we're going to hear from anybody else, considering the fact that Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg were eliminated. So we're not going to hear from Gunter, I don't think, as well. 15, that will take us to 27 is when the session will end. So not too long, I don't think. It's a 12-minute session, so session gets away 1 minute 30. That's possible, yeah. Come through, let's hear. Let's hear from Karun then and Crofty.
Yeah, Tsunoda finished 7th, of course, last year. So, you know, this is a track where the car works really well, which is why De Vries would probably be even more depressed. You know, when you, as a teammate, when you see the other car get further up ahead, you just get, it's really, really difficult mentally, because you know you would have had the tools capable of doing that and sort of ruin the opportunity. Mentally, as a driver, that's a horrible feeling.
Yuki Tsunoda then, car number 22, which Ted Kravitz is not Fernando Alonso's favourite number, but, you know, a swift check of the facts, it might well be. Down to you.
Very good, Crofty. He's still looking for 33, isn't he? His 33rd win in his career. Fernando Alonso, we'll see, because he's having a good weekend so far, as everybody is. No messing around with used tyres now. Into Q3, everyone on the brand new soft tyres going in front of me. Alex Albon just making his way down to the FIA weighbridge. A bit of an annoyed look on his face. We heard on the team radio he felt that without Sainz getting in his way, he felt he could have put that Williams into this Q3 session. Did you see that, Crofty? I think we've been looking for it, but...
Yeah, I think so too, but we're about to get the session underway for the final part. 12 minutes? How hard can it be to get this completed? The final part of qualifying is underway here in Azerbaijan to set the grid for Sunday's Grand Prix. Max Verstappen has never started in the front row at this track. His best ever qualifying was third. He did that for the previous 2 seasons in 2021 and 2022. But he finally won here last year for the first time. Looks set to win at Baku in 2021, but a tyre failure put him out of the race. Verstappen's third DNF for the circuit. He recorded 2 back-to-back in 2017 and 2018. In terms of previous pole sitters here, 2017 was Hamilton, 18 was Vettel, 19 was Bottas, but for the past 2 seasons, it has been a Ferrari domination with Charles Leclerc topping 21 and 22. Is he going to do the same thing today after being so fast in the opening sessions, Jess?
Wow, he did provide a great lap in Q1, but maybe he saved a bit of pace for Q3, I don't know. And, well, he was the only driver to take multiple poles at this circuit. Can he take multiple wins? We'll obviously have to wait and see. Everybody is pretty much out on the circuit now, because you never know what could happen. And we'll see. I'm looking at the driver tracker right now. Pretty much Leclerc, Tsunoda and Norris are quite close together. Hamilton's quite close with Alonso. Both the Red Bulls are spread out. So is Sainz. So it looks like they're okay. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Is everyone out on circuit?
Well,
No,
in the pit lane is Stroll and Piastri.
Stroll and Piastri. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so they are still not out on the circuit. But Omi, what about you? Ferrari fan, or can it be their day today?
Well, hopefully. I'm hoping it's close as well, but I'm just hoping that Leclerc just picks the Red Bulls, and hopefully Alonso's in there as well. So we get a bit of a close qualifying session, and you already have both of the Red Bulls now pushing on. Perez already making his way into 2, Verstappen just coming over the line to start his lap. Sainz, and then Leclerc, Tsunoda, Norris, Hamilton, and Alonso. And then Stroll and Piastri still in the pits. We're on board with Verstappen though, as he currently pushes on through turn number 2. Then he's going to get on the power then, and his teammate is just ahead of him currently, making his way through 3 and now 4. DRS goes open all the way down towards 3. You're going to place the car right on the outside. You're going to get ready to now swing it in a bit of a 90-degree corner, and then just you want to get on the power, and he runs the car right out wide and just go on the brakes once again through turn number 4, and then get back on the power. Maximize it, take it right to the wall, because then you're maximizing your lap. 35.330, and Perez does currently have the edge over his teammate Stein with a 35.512 as well.
Perez won here, of course, back in 2021. His only best qualifying here was second. He's at 2016 and 2022. But it's also important to notice that... Oh, Leclerc's fast. Look at that, Leclerc's fast. It's 35.261. I was about to say, Perez's previous 2 pole positions have come on street circuits as well. And so far, the driver to start on pole position in the Grand Prix this year has gone on to win the race. Verstappen did it in Bahrain and Australia, and Perez did it in Saudi Arabia. Verstappen's having a very messy middle sector, but just the Ferrari's pushing hard and it's looking good.
We'll see what Leclerc's time in the middle sector just a moment. He's purple in the 2 mini sectors as well in sector 2, but here comes, I believe, is Max Verstappen.
Look at
Perez.
Well, Perez has done top. Perez is top already, 1:40.563. Here comes Verstappen, Jess.
Verstappen up to the line, and Leclerc's not purple in the middle sector. Leclerc's not purple in the middle sector. Verstappen goes top. What could Charles do? Very, very soon. We've got
Carlos.
Next is that side 141.016. He goes third. Next will be, I think, Leclerc.
Second.
Up to the line. Second.
That's exactly the same time.
The same time.
It is exactly the same. It's a 1:44.45 for Verstappen and Leclerc. Unbelievable. Here comes Alonso. Alonso across the line goes at 1:42.081. But it is exactly the same lap times for Verstappen and Leclerc from the front row of the grid. They've both done a 1:40.445.
Game on.
But Verstappen keeps his pole position because he got there first. First time this has happened since Jerez 1997, where we had Schumacher, Villeneuve and Fredson all do a 1:21.072. And at the moment, pole is exactly the same time with a 1:44.45. This is a truly game on in Baku.
Bring it on,
wow.
says Charles Leclerc. He wants pole. He wants his first pole of the season. And because Verstappen and Perez have stolen the glory before, but look at that sun directly beaming at the drivers now. That's going to be very difficult, but we still have the likes of Sean Piastri. They're out on outlaps right now, so we haven't seen what they can do. We know how strong the Aston Martin has been all weekend, but Alonso's only 8 fastest at the moment. Does Alonso have something still left in him?
Soft tyres must be the option. That's what I'm looking at on the board. It must be that as well. But this is insane. And they're not stopping either. They're going for another run.
No, that's
That's
Stroll's
Stroll,
going out
first
again.
run. Yeah,
No.
this is Stroll's first one. He's doing it on dry track. Yeah.
Perez and Verstappen are in the pit lane.
Well, Verstappen, when they look at that and they're going to see it's identical, eyes are going to be lifted. That has not happened since 1997. What was that, 26?
I remember that Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I remember that Grand Prix so well. But for the wrong reasons as well, remember?
Hit the wrong part of him.
end.
Yeah, hit the wrong part of him, my friend. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Same lap time.
And Wonder was like, that didn't work, mate. That didn't work.
I've never, I've been waiting for that to happen in the commentary box for so long. They've in qualifying for the race on Sunday, they've both done a 140.445. The gap on the screen is 0.000. Wow. Let's take a look at it just to commemorate on the board here. Look at that. Exactly the same time, and they were vastly different sectors. The only part they were nearly close to each other was in sector 2. Unbelievable.
Wow. Stroll's all up though. He's green in every sector so far. And he's 1.2 seconds off Verstappen.
Yeah, this is not looking good
Yeah.
for... Well, are they on new or old tyres? Let's take a look. Brand new tyres for Alonso and Stroll. So they should have pace. Where's the Aston's pace disappeared to?
It's gone.
That's
the
it.
hype train's gone.
They don't like this track, do they? They're struggling to get over 200 miles an hour. We saw Verstappen doing 337 kilometres an hour down that straight. Stroll is only managing 318 kilometres an hour. That is a massive difference on that Red Bull.
We know what is going to happen tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So can we just record the result, the last lap, maybe?
What?
And Max Verstappen has won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix on Sunday.
You say that, but they're on the same lap time. I reckon this is 10. I reckon this is it. I
know, but the straights.
Yeah.
Remember about race pace. It's different to quali pace.
That's true.
Piastri is on a lap.
He's 10th.
Not massively improving. He is on 3 lap also. Hang on. Leclerc's out early.
And so's Verstappen.
Yeah, guys.
And Perez and flanks.
Piastri crossed the line, stays 10th, but we just had a message flash up on race control from the team radio. DRS isn't working. That was on Lance Stroll's car. That's why he's 1.5 seconds off the pace. He didn't have the DRS to get him up there. Let's take a look at the replay. DRS detection line is across the pit lane entrance here. Yep, so let's see. Did he activate? No, he didn't. So he didn't have DRS. That's why he was so slow across the line.
Was that the same problem as Verstappen had in Spain 2022?
Yeah, he kept pressing the button and it just wouldn't activate, would he? Would it? So it wouldn't go up.
No.
So they're going now on their outlaps.
Rather comically, they changed the DRS colour button for Red Bulls on Max Verstappen's car because it was so funny to the mechanics. Would anyone like to know what button they changed the DRS to so that Max Verstappen could get it up?
Right.
No, it is a light pale blue, the same colour as Viagra. It was an inside joke between the team because he was complaining about it, saying that he couldn't get the DRS up. So they changed the colour to that. I found that absolutely hilarious with the Red Bull mechanics.
What's happened here?
Oh, this is Alonso coming out of the pit lane. Oh, not these two again.
Oh, no.
Is Alonso going to say anything on the radio? No, I thought that might be done for impeding there. Oh, and
Maybe got a Leclerc.
So close to the wall at turn 1 exit. I thought he might have brushed it, actually. Through 3. No, he's fine there. 2 minutes to go in the session. Dio Nat says, Jess, just don't do that Red Bull juju stuff, please. So don't do anything to curse them, I think.
What?
Dio Nat says, don't curse Red Bull.
Why would I want to curse Red Bull?
I don't know. I think it's because you said it. With the commentator. But look at that. Leclerc's found a 10th. He's fast in the middle sector. Australia now says, we now know Ferrari will break down mid-race. Yep, looks like it. Happen every year, doesn't it? Whoa, Perez is finding time. Can we get to the 139s here? Is that possible? Or do you think a very low 140?
I think Verstappen can get into the 139s, you know.
A lot of time is being found right now on the circuit, though. Currently.
Verstappen's first sector time.
Sector 1.
Perez, but look at that. Verstappen 35.277 first sector. Leclerc 35.224.
Second.
Yeah, Perez first sector 35.1. Perez is faster than the pair of them.
Let's see what Perez's second sector is, though. Let's see, this is going to be... Is he still keeping up? No, he's down. He's down to the second sector. He hasn't had a good second sector. Leclerc looks like he's going to find some time. Yeah, he's lost a lot of time. He's lost a lot of time.
Is this going to see if he can beat Verstappen? Is he going to be in the one?
Yes, he's done it!
140.2.
Here comes Sainz. Sainz across the line in fourth. He's the second down, but Perez is coming across the line next. Is he going to match the time? Perez, he's only third. Fastest in the first and third sector.
Watch him.
Yeah, Verstappen, I don't know.
Verstappen can't do it.
No, he can't. Charles Leclerc's got provisional pole position from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But here comes Alonso. Alonso across the line. Only goes to sixth. Can't do it either. 141.2. Cool down lap. Alonso's done. That's it. Charles Leclerc takes the first Ferrari pole of the season, and it is pole number 19 of his career, and it is 3 Azerbaijan poles back to back, and none of them have ended very well.
He likes Azerbaijan, doesn't he?
Yeah. 3 years running. He's had pole here.
Yeah. He hasn't won like last year, remember? He had an engine issue or
blew up.
A mechanical issue?
Best finish here was 4th in 2021. Scored here with a 6th place in 2018. But in 19, crashed in qualifying, line debate from the grid. And only time he's been out-qualified by a teammate here in Baku. Finished 5th in that race. And beating his previous best result on the circuit, 4th later.
Come on! Yes! Feels good. Amazing job, Chavi. All the quality. Management, incredible. Thanks for everything, guys. The car was good. It was really good. It's good to be back on top.
I think Matt Gallagher's a Charles Leclerc fan again.
I was about to say that, actually. He's going to get the hype train again. FIA stewards, turn 3 incident involving Carlos Sainz reviewed, and it's no further investigation.
Yeah, that's wise, isn't it? You don't want to rock the boat. Let's take a look at Leclerc crossing the line. He had it, although this is what I said on the opening lap. Look how close he gets to the barrier.
I think he would have gone to the 140.1 without that.
Just a small kiss, and then... Oh, did he touch it? Oh, he did brush it. Oh, my word. And he still went pole.
he might have been in the 139s.
He would have. That cost him. He was 2 tenths ahead of Verstappen anyway. Omi, go on. Ferrari fan. We said about...
Call it.
Yeah, go on. Is he the winner for Sunday?
I'm hoping, but he loves qualifying here at Baku especially, but loves it anyway because he's often at top in qualifying. But in the race, we'll see. He might even maybe he can take pole again. Maybe he can take pole for the sprint shootout and then win the sprint. But the main race is the one I'm worried about because I feel like the Ferrari might be fine in the sprint, even if Leclerc obviously takes pole tomorrow in the sprint shootout. But I think the race is where my main concern will be, and when I go into it, that's the race where I'll be mainly scared. For the sprint, I'm a bit like, well, yes, I think we can do this in the sprint. But the race, I'm a bit.
But we don't know what's going to happen in the sprint because we still got the sprint shootout tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Tomorrow morning is going to be eventful with a shortened qualifying format, just 44 minutes in length it will be. 12 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes. Q1 and Q2 mandatory to be on medium compound tyre. Q3 mandatory soft compound tyre. Only one set as well each. So single lap qualifying will be the feature. And whoever takes sprint qualifying pole can have the opportunity to get 10 World Championship points going forward as well. So much on the line. So much pressure. But Leclerc has done the difficult bit. He has pole for the 51-lap Azerbaijan Grand Prix on Sunday. And we are going to hear from the top three. They'll be speaking to Mark Webber as well in the cool-down room. Mark in the commentary box, I believe, this weekend with F1 TV. Actually, Omi, you've heard it. Is Mark in the box for F1 TV?
I don't have. Well, I don't think I don't think he's actually doing any commentary this season.
That's because of Piastri,
I've
isn't
heard
it?
Jolien Palmer, maybe?
Yeah, it must be.
I've
just
heard
Palmer.
Jolien.
Must
I know
be-
Jolien's
yeah.
there because I, in practice I was just listening into the radio. So at the end, it obviously has their commentary on there. So I know Alex is obviously going to be there every race, but I think Jolien. I don't know about if there's anyone else there. Those are the only two I've heard.
Yeah, I think Mark can't because of Oscar Piastri. I think that's a thing they've got to say, because it's like a too biased.
Ah, right. Oh, yeah, because
Yeah, because
Mark Webber works closely with Piastri. I get it.
either way, we're going to hear from him because he's talking now. Mark Webber with the top three drivers.
Starts from pole here. Will it be better this weekend?
Very interesting evening of qualifying. It was a tight session as always here in Azerbaijan. You've had a great run here in the past. How was your session tonight?
Yeah, it was. It started pretty tricky with in Q1 with the amount of red flags that we had there, and then sticking to the same set. You know, you don't want to waste any more sets in Q1, so that was difficult to warm up and just to get through without making mistakes, without much practice. It was pretty challenging. I think the team has done a great job. I'm a bit disappointed to be sitting P3 because I felt definitely there was more in it. My lap wasn't that clean. But I mean, if there is a circuit where you can race, it's definitely here.
Yeah. Bit surprised by the Ferrari price. I mean, the Charles, pretty solid lap from him.
We knew they were going to be very strong. They're very efficient. So we knew coming here that the Ferrari was going to be the biggest threat to us. I think Charles has done a tremendous lap as well.
All the best, Sergio. Max. That was a very interesting quali, mate. Very, very tight. After the first set, identical time with Charles, and then not quite enough at the end. Did you feel you got the most out of it? I know it's a tough venue to pull it all together, but it looked tight.
It's always tough around here, you know, to really put the whole lap together. I think also the second run, we tried something different on the out lap, which maybe was not ideal for the lap time at the end, but around here it's just, really hard. You know, in Q3 you're on the limit, and then trying to make everything perfect is, it's not the easiest, but nevertheless, I mean, we're P2. We know that we have a very good race car, so all in all, it's not bad. Of course, you always want to start ahead, but we'll have to pass one car.
Yeah, and quite extraordinary. I mean, this is qualifying, of course, for Sunday's race tomorrow. The next lap you do is straight into qualifying again, ready for the sort of sprint race tomorrow night. So it's a very strange format, but you're looking forward to going straight out of the box in the morning and going again?
Yeah, looking forward to it, to see what we can do there. Maybe we can find a few little things to do better, but overall it's all about, you know, just keeping it clean. You know, it's super easy around here to make a mistake, so that's definitely what we don't want to do, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow.
All the best, mate.
Right.
Well, pole position. Well done, Charles. That was a very impressive lap. It was a tight qualifying session, as always, around here in Azerbaijan. Concentration to the absolute maximum to see you guys brushing the walls and really threading the needle. Not easy to get the tyres in the window, so were you surprised with pole? Did you think you'd get it tonight?
For sure, I'm surprised. I mean, we came into the weekend thinking that it would be a great weekend if we are in front of Aston and Mercedes in qualifying. And at the end, we are on pole, so it's a really good surprise. We must not forget that our race car is maybe still behind the Red Bulls, so it's going to be difficult to keep the lead, but that's the target, and really, really happy with the lap. I mean, it's a very challenging weekend overall for us drivers because very little time to practice. We only had one FP1, and then you need to be straight on it. But the feeling was good since the start, so really, really happy.
We see the Ferrari a little bit, both you and Carlos, down the escape roads, just trying to pick those braking points off to get the confidence up in those braking points. Obviously, you put it together when it counted, but going out of the gates tomorrow, first thing into qualifying, is there any challenges in those braking areas you've got to try and work on overnight?
It's going to be challenging because we haven't run the medium yet, so tomorrow in qualifying will be the first time, and we need to be on it because we only have one set, so no rooms for mistake. But again, the pace seems strong, so hopefully we can learn in Q1 and Q2 and then push in Q3, and there we know the car is good.
Yep, congratulations, mate. It was a popular poll.
I think Monaco, coming up in a few weeks' time, is going to be absolutely epic. Here's your results then from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix qualifying ahead of Sunday's race. Doing on a Friday for some reason because of the sprint. Leclerc won pole for the 19th time in his career. Alongside him will be Verstappen on the front row. In fact, let's take a look at the full results because we're at the starting grid. So row 1 will be Leclerc and Verstappen. Row 2 we'll see Perez and Sainz. Row 3, Hamilton and Alonso. Row 4, Norris and Tsunoda. Row 5, Stroll and Piastri. Row 6, Russell and Ocon. Row 7, Albon and Bottas. Row 8, Sargent and Zhou. Row 9, Hülkenberg and Magnussen. And row 10, Gasly and De Vries. Okay, leaving quick because we've been on the air a bit too long now as well, and Jess has got to get ready for the F1 23 game announcement. The pole position award there for Charles Leclerc, first of the year. So then, Jess and Naomi, first to you, Jess. First pole of the year that isn't a Red Bull. First time for Charles Leclerc, third run in a row here at the circuit. This is looking absolutely fantastic. Can he hold on Sunday for the race, and can he do it again tomorrow in the qualifying for the sprint?
First question, yes, I really do hope so. Hopefully the car won't have trouble on him this time, and sprint shootout's going to be a completely different thing because they're going to be on mediums for the first 2 sessions, softs for the third, and they only have one set. So I think getting their first run in is going to be crucial. And we see now Verstappen and Perez are good in their first run, so it's going to be tough for the sprint shootout, but for the race, I think he could do it.
Amy, what do you think?
Yeah, so it's kind of similar to Jess. I think for the sprint he'll hold on and win that one, but I'm mostly concerned, as I said earlier, about the main race. Hopefully he'll be able to also challenge in the main race, and we have a good race with a battle.
It's going to be really close. Well, my thanks to Jess, my thanks to Omi, for you two for joining me in the comms box. Tomorrow morning then, 9 a.m, we are on air for the sprint shootout, sprint race from 1:45 as well. And Megan will be hosting that little bit as I'll finish up with MotoGP's sprint race as well, and then hop on over to the main race. Don't forget, we've got Formula 2 coming up as well. Loads of action, loads of excitement to come. My thanks to you, Jess. My thanks to you, Omi. We'll see you tomorrow when it all happens once again. Later on tonight, we've got IndyCar First Practice live as well with the IndyCar radio commentary. And we'll be back for all the action from the Sprint Saturday tomorrow. Bye-bye.